Pete Davidson teams up with Judd Apatow for a autobiography film. But what if Pete Davidson's life, he's not a comedian? Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? It's Joshua, aka Future Filmmaker 3940 Reviews. We're here talking movies, TV, and music, and I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on the King of Staten Island. And the plot of the King of Staten Island is that this is a semi-biographical comedy drama about Pete Davidson growing up in Staten Island, including losing his father during 9/11 and entering the world of stand-up comedy, and him having to deal with the loss of his father. So before I go into my thoughts, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified of new videos whenever I go live, do community posts, or post a video. Otherwise, if you don't hit the bell, you're not gonna get every single notification. And be sure to hit this, go all my social media links in the description box down below. And if you want to send fan mail or email me, you can donate to my channel or send fan mail. You can DM me or email me, and I'll say you do either one, and I'll get back to you. When it comes to the King of Staten Island, I was pretty interested in seeing how it would turn out. I heard of Pete Davidson, but I don't really watch a whole lot of his comedy stuff. But seeing the fact that this was directed by Judd Apatow, and he's directed a lot of great movies in his filmography, I wanted to see how this would play out. And plus, you have another great cast along him: Marisa Tomei, Burr, Buscemi, and Maude Apatow. And I gotta admit, this was one of the biggest shockers of the year. I ended up really enjoying watching this movie. I thought this movie was really well done. I thought this movie was very well done. Starting off from the positive side of things, I have to say that the story and the message of this movie, the message of Scott's character, he has to Scott. So the biggest positive I do have to say here is the story and the direction, because I do think the direction and the writing here by Judd Apatow and also Pete Davidson and Sirus, it is a very well crafted screenplay. It's a very well written screenplay. You do get to feel sorry for this character, and he feels like he is abandoned. He feels like that he's basically having to deal with his younger sister going off to college, him being in his mid-20s, spending his days smoking and hanging out with friends. And so the things that go off in this movie with the character of Scott, played by Pete Davidson, he is forced to grapple with grief and start to move forward in life. Kind of like what The Party Just Beginning did with Kerr going back in 2018. But I have to say that the way it was handled here, and I thought the way they decide to shoot, Judd Apatow directs this movie, I think is very well done. I think it's very creative, and I think it's a very nice decision. You do have your dramatic moments, but you also really do have your light moments. You have some good comedy here, and you have some great humor in this movie. Which some of the humor in this movie is pretty dark. Which I have to say that is one of my biggest positives. Is the humor is pretty dark, and it is very humorous. It is very funny. It is very cool, and it is very entertaining. So I did enjoy the comedy aspect, and I did enjoy what the comedy and drama aspects of the movie was doing. And also the cinematography aspect of this movie and the camera work, the way this movie is shot in the 2.351 aspect ratio, it is well shot. It is a well shot movie by Robert Elswit. I think the score is also very nice as well. It's a very nuanced, very sentimental, very cool score for the most part of the movie. And I did really enjoy the musical score here. But the biggest standout here, as far as all that, is the acting. Pete Davidson, like I said, I'm not huge on Pete Davidson, but I gotta say he does a great job here at conveying the emotions and the funny side of Scott. And I think he does a really great job here. And I think he does a very good job in the chemistry with the rest of the cast. Marisa Tomei is still good looking. She still does a great job here as the mother, and Bill Burr and Bel Powley as friends I thought were very well done. Bill Burr I thought was really funny. I thought he was really awesome. And I really do like this execution. I do like how this was executed. I do like how this was well done. And it was pretty well executed. And I do like the way that the performances, Pete Davidson and Marisa Tomei and Bill Burr, they all did a really great job. Bill Burr was very funny here, as I loved him in the movie, but also Steve Buscemi was in here for a little bit. I thought he would do a really great job. And of course, Judd Apatow's beautiful daughter, Maude Apatow, she does a really great job, as well as the sister. And all the acting and all that, and the message and the themes that Judd Apatow and the script writers choose to do with this movie is very well handled and is very well executed. As far as my negatives go, I only have two negatives, and I do feel like that there is some moments of humor that didn't always really work at certain times. And the second negative is why I will say that this is a usual thing with Judd Apatow's movies, but this movie was a little bit too long for the most part. But at the end of the day, I still found myself really caring about what was going on. I still found myself invested into the story of this character. And overall, I had a really good time with the film. Before I give my final thoughts on this movie, be sure in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think of the King of Staten Island. Do you like it, hate it, somewhere in the middle, underrated, overrated, guilty pleasure? Write it down in the comment section down below. All my social media links are in the description box down below. If you want to send money to my chime or send a fan mail, you can DM me or email me to do either one. And be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notified when new videos are uploaded, when I go live, or when I do community posts. And with that being said, let's get into my final thoughts on the King of Staten Island. The King of Staten Island, I was really entertained by it. I really enjoyed the movie a lot. I thought this was a very well done movie. Judd Apatow takes this autobiography film about Pete Davidson, and it is well done. you do get a lot of great comedy, a lot of good drama aspects, and you do get a lot of very fun and creative moments here. So, with that being said, despite the runtime being a little too long and some moments of humor that were a little too much, I still had a smile on my face watching this movie. This is one of the best movies of 2020 for sure, and I'm definitely going to give The King of Staten Island an Epictastic. So, what did you guys think of The King of Staten Island in the comment section down below? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or somewhere in the middle? You guys keep it cool and join the Epictasticness.